Okay, moving on towards game 2 first half. We're gonna have Idashi coming in first once again. So it's gonna be a Dream Witch against cheerleader, mercenary, professor, and a psychologist here. It's gonna be a cross spawn. Sure, okay, it's going to be a cross spawn, but even with the cross spawn on mind here, it's pretty suitable for Dream Witch to come out. I mean, you can chase after the cheerleader, you can chase after the professor. And if you really want to, you can definitely go for the Merc. But of course, Psycho here is 100% off limits in this sense as well. But I mean, most survivors here would be Flywheel. Let's see if Cheerleader decides to go with Flywheel or Windows Speed Boost. I guess it's going to be very important to see here as well. But, you know, even with that on mind, I guess it really is just with the fact that how fast can we get the survivors down is a really good question from Dream Witches on our map control. But of course, with the ban picks here, it's going to be an opera singer ban, followed up by survivors ban with Antiquarian and barmaid first two, and then followed by priestess and seer. Permanent bans will be the lawyer and coordinator here, so overall not too bad. But last game with Tsubashi's Dream Witch. Now, the early game was great, but the mid to late game chasing out the first officer was the reason why we kind of lost that game as well. But even so, let's see here. Yonata, cheerleader, that's a skill acquired immediately on the cheerleader side. And of course, on the survivor side as well, we are immediately, we're immediately decoding, and we got mini shell shock there. Very nicely done by Yonata there. So we are going to be able to nullify quite a bit of stuff right there immediately as well. And we are out looking for Psycho instead. So we're going to be playing a little bit of mind game here and there. Mind game here and there wouldn't be the best option, but I guess this is a little bit similar to how Metal plays Dream Witch. Is this a new Dream Witch map control style early game from Japan side, I wonder, because I would have never done this really. I'm going to be able to get the first hit here on towards Psycho. Okay, Psycho first hit, Psycho Windows Speed Boost away. But even with Psycho here on mind, we are going to be running straight towards Graveyard here once again. But Cheerleader and Mercenary did manage to delete here pretty fast early game. But once again, you're against a Psychologist and she can tank 3 hits. So with Psycho on mind, it really just depends on, yeah, the down is really slow right now. It's almost 100 seconds in towards the game. So for Idashi here, early game is really bad. This is a really bad early game. Okay, fair enough, the survivors haven't decoded so much, but it's enough till the point that it's 90 seconds in towards the game, and you could say accelerated decoding is going to start very soon. Psychologist here rotating directly towards the nearby pallets just to cancel the patrol spike here. Patrol only bites 3 times now, if I'm not wrong. That's the second bite, so if you basically one last bite remaining, but that pallet stun is going to be able to cancel the last bite, sadly, from no, never mind, you still managed to get a bite, but it doesn't really matter now, does it? We preferably here would want to give the hit to the leech. So giving the hit here to Leech is fine. Giving the hit here to Leech is fine. So that means Idashi basically doesn't have any map control potential here anymore. So that's great. And you're gonna have to force pull the 2 followers towards the back of this area right now. And I mean, realistically speaking, you're going to be forced with that last leech. So you have no leech now for Mercy to, well, you could potentially have leech for Mercy to use, but look at that Cypher machine. It's 4.5. It's 4.5 Cypher machine here. Psychologist is 100% off limits. You cannot chase Psycho against Dream Witch. She's 100% off limits right here. But honestly, this seems like a four-man end game for me. You could say you want to leech on towards Mercy, but this is the third patroller. Patroller only bites twice. That's the first bite. Second bite is gonna come true, and I think there's one more, but I don't think there's an. Is there one more? Yeah, there is one more. Okay, but we are going to be able to cancel it with a normal hit there as well. But look at the Cypher machine progress right here. You could potentially say just leave. Oh no, that's Mercenary's leech. Oh, that's Mercenary's leech. A little bit unfortunate that was Mercy's leech, but Mercy has D leech mark. Psycho also has a D leech mark. Fair enough, but let's see. Cypher machine wise, we're starting the last Cypher already. We're deleting on the Mercenary side as well, and I think Mercy is in a bit of a scary area, but as long as he doesn't get double hitted here, everything should be fine. Because Mercenary is quite far away from the general direction in which where the chair is, but we did manage to leech until 50% though. So we're probably gonna prime that leech mark at 99% for endgame. That's the most optimal thing to do right now. That is 100% the most optimal thing to do right now. But of course, Mercy's leech is going to be followed back here immediately. We're going to be vaulting over a little bit earlier than expected, but that's also fine. Now, Cypher machine was wise. It's currently at 72%. We did get the hit there though, but guess who's behind? ready to come into rescue for free. That's that professor right now with a skill dropped out as well. Mini shell shock here on Psycho side. Psycho doesn't have a leech, but that's fine because our professor here will be the one that's going to go over to rescue. Oh, never mind, professor used skills already. Bit more different than I expected, but we want to buy a bit more time here for survive. No, never mind. Yonata is already on the other side of the map right now. Okay, Yonata is currently near the exit gate. That's fine. We got a hit there. Professor's the only one that actually does not have borrowed time here. A little bit unfortunate that Dreamwish didn't get a hit on towards Professor there, but that's all the part of the plan at the end of the day. And then 25% Cypher Machine exit, 25% exit gate progress here. And it does seem like for ICQ, he's at a little bit of a conundrum here as well, but we do have an elbow pad to pull away immediately here. Blink wise, we're not sure, but Mercenary shouldn't be really in that general direction at the end of the day. But if Mercy gets Dreamwitch's mark right here, that means that survivors can basically rush towards the exit gate right now, since everyone has been able to delete quite successfully here. And Idashi, sadly, game 1 was good. Game 1 was not bad. We still managed to get a 3-man elimination, but game 2 here, it's that psychologist chase that basically forced Dreamwish into a 4-man endgame, which is the most unfortunate side. But we don't have any items remaining for dungeon. A bit unfortunate, but I guess it is what it is really. How long can we play around here? If we can get a pallet some, maybe, but I don't even think the survivor knows where dungeon is. No, we have Blink. Oh, we have Blink. Never mind. Forget what I said. We have Blink. Oh, didn't get a hit there. That's fine. Oh, didn't get a hit there. That's fine. We don't have Blink. We don't have Blink just yet, and Mercy is not. Oh, okay, yeah, he's gonna be able to go down. If that's a 4-man escape, that's gonna be scary. Move on towards second half. Okay, towards second half, it's gonna be Tsubachi again on Dreamwitch's side, but Dreamwitch, it's gonna be a little bit harder to play Dreamwitch here. You have the barmaid that counters, you also have a prospector that counters. But of course, maybe the best one here could be the Professor to chase, but Professor is way too far away for you to be able to get anything anyways. But I mean, I guess if there's 2 Cypher Machines here by Graveyard, then I guess, you know, Professor can decode there pretty safely as well. But you know, I wouldn't really choose Dreamwitch here, because it's really hard to play Dreamwitcher. You have a prospector that can cancel the dogs, and you have a barmaid that can basically heal up on time before you get your next patrol or bite ready, unless you time it properly as well, with the main body. But barmaid with a, you know, doubling with flywheel, it's gonna be pretty hard for you to be able to do much. Then with the band picks we go, it's gonna be Opera Singer here with the Survivor's Hunter band, and of course Survivor bands, it will be Priestess, Anti-Current, followed by 2 more that we didn't get to see. But anyways, let's see here. Tsubachi, our first pick will be Batoru here, who is our Professor. Okay, Professor first chase. We probably did manage to get the mark here. Yeah, Professor does have the mark here. But the leech will be able to go in here directly as well, blocking the route for Batoru. But of course, thankfully, because of the fact that there is no basement nearby, no basement means quite a lot of things here for the survivor as well. But let's see right now, we are not going to be able to get much, but I guess that's more than enough. That's really more than enough. Shell shock is that you 70 seconds to get your first hit right here, but it seems like Patroller is going to be going down here immediately as well. Batoru running straight directly towards the back. Now we do want to use that pallet to cancel at least one of the bites, but you know, it's going to be a bit hard. It will be a bit hard, especially when you don't have any shell shock here remaining. Then we did get a first hit here, thankfully, and it doesn't seem like Professor's out of range here as well on that side. No, it is out of range. Okay, so the leech is out of range. Professor's leech is out of range, and we're going to be able to flywheel away here immediately. But that flywheel would be countered by a main leech hit, so it really is just a bit unfortunate that Professor wasn't able to. Well, Professor was more or less unlucky there because of the general direction in which where the leech was going, during which placed herself like at a very good spot in where she predicted that the Professor would go. But I guess, you know, it is what it is right now. We are going to be able to get I say that a lot. We are going to be able to get leech on towards Mercy, but because it's going to be Mercenary's leech here, we can get a normal hit, that's fine, but I don't think Professor is going to be able to run out much here as well. He does have shell shock, I guess, but Batoru's main leech is nearby as well, so even with that on mind, Keitea is nearby. 7 seconds until our next leech is ready. We can leech on towards the... We can leech on towards... Who again? We can leech on towards Prospector if you want to, but we did pull quite a bit of a general area out. We did get 2 magnets and a flywheel out, so That's quite a bit here if we're able to get a good end game. That is quite a bit here if we're going to be able to get a good end game. Now then, that's going to be Patroller down. Patroller dropped down here immediately, followed up by our Professor. Kind of 40 seconds for free there because of the Prospector, which is unfortunate. But I guess we are still going to be able to get the leech at the end of the day. Okay, not bad. They haven't started the last Cipher Machine just yet because early game was really good for the Hunter. But because of the fact that we rotated directly towards basements, it's going to be a sell situation here. So guarantee, this will be a guarantee tie. This will be a guarantee tie. If we can get a 3-man elimination, it'll be even better because then LM will be at a point advantage. So yeah, we are going to have to see right now. With that on mind though, it really is just, are we going to rescue? Because you could sell, hypothetically speaking, you could sell, but you're against the Dream Witch, so that's not the best case scenario here for you as well. Selling wouldn't be a bad idea, but it also wouldn't be the best idea. Now you're going to go for the Mercenary here, who is next best chase, not Prospector, of course. Mercenary with 2 elbow pads that only pulls distance, but Prospector's magnet does cancel leech bites. So yeah, we still do have trump card. We definitely do still have trump card right now. We didn't get the hit on towards our poor Mercenary, but Mercy was able to elbow pad there out there as well. But I mean, Cipher Machine wise, they've more than enough for a tie. It's a bit unfortunate. They do have more than enough for a tie. We did get an immediate barmaid doubling there though. That is a pretty fast doubling in that sense. But with this case, I mean, in this case scenario, we could potentially blink down here, but it does seem like barmaid is going to be able to fully heal. So blink will be not happening anytime soon. Taiga is nearby. Taiga didn't get the D-Leech mark on just yet, but we did waste an elbow pad and get towards half health there, so that's a plus on Dream Witch. But Dream Witch is going to be able to leech towards this Mercenary once again, so it's a huge question mark. You could potentially say you bite, but there is a tram here, so I don't think that's going to be a viable option here anymore. Mercenary getting on tram. We're currently at the last Cipher Machine here, but Mercy will be going away immediately. Mime is nearby. Prospector is definitely looking for a new Cipher Machine to decode right now. We are decoding near Graveyard, and Barmaid here. Barmaid is going to be the distraction of it all. Barmaid is a bait, but Barmaid does not have items remaining here though, so this is going to be really bad for endgame. This is going to be really bad for endgame. Mercy will be deleeching. Mercy has to deleech. No, never mind. It seems like Mercy and Prospector are... What are they doing? Oh no, they deleeched. Okay, they deleeched each other to decode together. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's not the worst case scenario here. But even with that on mind, let me see. We're going to be able to get that Patroller down. There's only 2 bites here, so we have to be very careful. That's the first bite. And then the second bite is going to come through here. And there's going to be no bites here remaining. There's only 2 bites now on Patroller. There is really only 2 bites now on Patroller, because Patroller is not the most ideal candidate right now for anything. But it seems like we're really close towards the Cipher, eh? We're going to be locking that Cipher Machine near Taiga. And we won't be having a Cipher Machine primed. That's the unfortunate part. We don't have a Cipher Machine primed. Our Mercenary doesn't have any elbow pads. Okay, we did manage to find a breakthrough point here. This is going to be quite a strong breakthrough point in this sense as well. But Prospector is going to be able to get that Cipher Machine decoded as fast as possible. Mime's leech is coming back. Mercy is going to be able to come in here immediately. If we get a Terror Shock, okay, oh, it's after half. Oh, it's after half. But the Cipher Machine is prime, but it's still after half. We didn't manage to get a pop there though, thankfully, but Blink has not been used just yet. We're going to be waiting for Patroller's cooldown to get ready first before we change towards Blink. But now we are very far away from the survivors, and Prospector is already at the exit gate here. 40% exit gate decoding progress. Mime is also rushing towards the exit gate right now. The only one that does have the leash is our Barmaid, but it seems like Barmaid's going to be able to get out here immediately as well. Blink is ready, but there's going to be a flywheel followed by... GG's. Oh my god, GG's. Mercy's at the dungeon. Oh wait, Mercy's at the dun. Okay. Moving on.